Hi, welcome back. I'm David Reckless.
And I'm Jeff Mansfield, and we're from Absolute Golf.
In this video, we're going to talk again about being consistent with your golf swing and some of the things we find people try and do to make the ball go straight. Unfortunately, people try and make the club swing in a straight line. Well, this golf club is not designed to swing in a straight line. It actually swings in a curve.
The golf swing's a rotational motion. All the advances in equipment technology, the golf club design in itself really hasn't changed that much, and the angles and everything that it has have pretty much stayed the same. When we set up to hit a golf ball, because the golf club's away from us, it's actually not really designed to swing in a straight line.
So let's show you why. So I've laid this golf club on the ground for you, which is where Jeff wants to hit the ball, or we call it the target line. And we've also laid a club on the ground parallel to that, because that's our body line. So if Jeff sets up with his toes on the body line and places his club head on the target line, right on top. Very good. Okay. Now I see lots of people trying to make the golf club go straight back and straight through. Well, as you can see, that's not a very rotational movement. Now if I actually place the golf club on Jeff's arms here, you'll actually see his shoulders are going in the same direction his feet are. So when he takes the golf club back, you'll actually see the golf club now matches his feet line or his body line. Okay? And when he brings the golf club through to the other side, his golf club now points in the same direction his feet does. So the golf club only spends a very small amount of time on that target line. Place it there again for me, Jeff. So when he takes the golf club back, it comes on the inside of that line. It'll return to the target line and then come back inside on the other side. So the golf swing is a rotational movement. It's not a straight line.
The reason that it's a rotational movement is that we're actually built to move rotationally. Our shoulders rotate around our spine. Everything that we do, even if we're just reaching to grab something or reaching to grab something that way, our body is moving in that manner. So having a spine basically makes us an animal that works more rotationally, which is good because that's exactly the same way as the golf club's designed. It's designed to rotate around the shaft of the golf club. Those two things, when you add them together, you can start to generate very easy economical power.
Now the problems associated with trying to make this golf club go in a straight line, and what I mean by that, for it to do that, the shaft would have to be vertical to the ground.
So a sport that's more of a straight line vertical type of swing would be probably something like a cricket.
If you're playing a straight bat, of course.
Of course.
So that is one game where the club or the bat moves vertical to the ground. A game which is horizontal to the ground may be baseball.
And again, it's probably going to be more rotational in its manner because we are swinging around our body then becomes the centre or the pivot of the golf swing.
And even with cricket, if you're playing a cross-bat shot in cricket, it's the same manner. So the club is now moving horizontal to the ground. But in golf, the only difference from that movement there, and if Jeff grips the club for me, he bends from his hips so his back stays straight. All he's really done is changed his spine angle. So now he can actually transfer that swing from a horizontal movement to what we call more on an incline, if that makes sense to you.
And the incline really works around the incline on the shaft that we create by tipping from our body.
Now golfers who try and make the golf club go in a straight line will have directional problems, and generally you'll actually see a lot of shots going off to the right hand side.
So it's funny the way that it works. The more we try and hit it straight, the less straight it goes.
Yes, very much so.
The golf club, as we said before, it's designed to swing around the shaft. The more vertical or the more we try and get this golf club to swing straight, the less that club face will square, and the more it's actually going to swing out to the right, leaving the club face open. So weaker slicing and even shots that start to the right really come from the more we try and hit straight.
And for that matter, it's also going to affect your impact. So you'll actually find sometimes, depending on the movements, you'll top the ball, or you may even hit the ground behind the ball.
Yes.
So you need to allow the golf club to swing the way it's designed. If I use my hand like a club face and I turn my body, well, my hand wants to go to my left as a right-hander. So if you're trying to make that club go in a straight line, you're losing power, you're losing contact, and you're not able to hit the ball at your target.
One of the things we spoke about in the first video was grip tension, and how the grip tension, how our grip tension allows the golf club to swing. Now, we also spoke about how feeling like holding the golf club tighter gives us a feeling of control. Well, the idea with the golf club, the perfect thing with the golf club is it's been designed to actually work the way that we want. David made mention before how, when I swing back, the shaft should be in line with my body line. Well, the club face should also has a position where it should go to every time as well, and that's a square club face position. By holding that golf club lightly and letting the golf club swing around our body, we can pretty much get that golf club, it'll swing into that position all on its own. I'm not even holding on to that, it's just working there on its own. Same as when we get to the top of the golf swing. The golf club has a position where it needs to get to. The softer I hold it, the more it gets there. When I come down to hit the golf ball, that golf club squares, and you can see there, my golf club's pointed exactly in the target line, and then after it hits, it goes around and it goes back to a square club face even after impact. So without me controlling the golf club is designed to do that.
And it hasn't changed its design as long as the game's been played. It's still made of three pieces. It's made of a grip, a shaft and a head. It's quite an amazing piece of technology, and to understand the shape of the swing is to understand actually how to hit the ball straight. Trying to make the ball go straight won't allow it to go where you want it to go. So you need to aim correctly, square the face, set the club in motion, and work on your finish and balance. And you'll find you'll be a lot more consistent with your golf shots. Your ball flight will be a lot more consistent. The ball will actually go in the same direction most of the time.
And it'll actually feel easier because it's the correct way to move you and the correct way to move the golf club. It's actually a more economical movement. You will use less effort and you'll hit the ball just as far, if not further.
Now, adding this to our first video with pre-shot routine, when you're in a pressure situation where you've got to play a shot that actually means a little bit more to you, it might be playing with your friends on a last hole, you need this shot to go on the green, or you might come to a hole where you haven't been getting the ball across the water. You need to use your pre-shot routine to get in the same position that you do every time. So these things linked together are going to allow you to be a little bit more consistent with your golf swing and be a little bit more consistent with your ball flight.
Yeah, when you talk about getting to that to the crunch point of the game, you need that par on the last or bogey on the last to beat your friend or to better your best score. We hear the word choke a lot. Oh, he's a choker, or he choked, or whatever. I have a belief that word choke, it can actually also mean that we choke the golf club. We hold onto that golf club so tight because we're trying to make sure that we have control of it, that we actually stop the golf club from swinging. So grip tension, important part of your down the stretch game when you're under the pump. So do your pre-shot routine, make sure your grip tension's nice and light. Let the golf club swing the way that it's designed to swing. It's designed to swing around your body. It's an arc, it's a rotational type of movement. And the good thing is we're rotational animals. We work that way as well.
So we're talking again about choking before, and we've just had a situation where poor Adam Scott has not finished off the tournament very well at the British Open. He's run second twice in majors now. If we look back to the greatest player that's ever played, Jack Nicklaus, who won 18 major championships, he actually finished second 19 times. So it's about putting yourself in that position and sticking to your pre-shot routine and understanding what this golf club is designed to do. There's lots of theories about what you should do, but this golf club it'll only do what it wants to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to do another one very soon, so keep your eye out for our next video. I think we might talk about another myth of the game, Jeffrey.
Yeah, a couple of the major ones, I think, in the next one. So
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
see you on the golf course.